Searching. Locking tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Somebody tell me where the party at. Where the party at. Where the party at.
Happy Hour starts live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Hoppy.
Ryan Hoppy.
Hoppy.
Ryan Hoppy.
Hoppy.
Ryan Hoppy.
This is Happy Hour.
It's time to turn Hoppy on. From Chicago to Cleveland to Tampa Bay, you are plugged into Happy Hour.
What's happening? This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy. You probably noticed the new production on the show. Well, that is my dude, Anthony Minotti, who has his own music that he's working on, and he works in promotions at 97X and is a board op here at Cox Media Group in Tampa. And what's been awesome about showing that intro to people is nobody thinks it's Anthony because it sounds so professional. So shout out to Anthony Minotti for that. Rhett from our Bone Promotions team is checking in. What's up, dude? This show is being brought to you by Eric Marshall Kickboxing, Muay Thai, and MMA. If you go there in Bradenton and tell him that I sent you, he will hook you up with a top-notch deal. Are you sick and tired of being out of shape? Are you sick and tired each and every day of waking up, looking at yourself in the mirror and going, man, I want to have the body of famous actors. Man, I want to look good when I'm at the club or when I'm out at work. If you go to Eric Marshall Kickboxing, Muay Thai, and MMA, EMK Final Round, and you tell them that I sent you, they will hook you up with a good deal. If my baby giraffe ass can lose 41 pounds, so can you. 941-812-2560. That's 941-812-2560. Call the show, 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-49-HOPPY. And I will be sure to take your calls in real time. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. And if you have the Hoppy Radio app, you can listen live and chat me there. All right. So I want to get your take on something. I want to ask you guys what you think about this. Now, I know I'm a weird guy. I know I'm a bit awkward. I know I'm very odd. But I want to hear from you guys if you think this next thing that I did is weird. And I want you guys to be utterly honest with me. Okay. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I worked all day for the Bone. If it was working the canned food drive on Friday with Drew, or if it was Saturday and Sunday, board hopping, like a combined 26 hours, I worked a lot. So I got off of work at 7 p.m. on Sunday, and I don't make much money right now. So I really wanted to go out and do something, but I also couldn't afford it. But I thought, whatever, at least you're out and about, you're hanging out with people, you're mingling. So I sent a text to one of my friends who I hadn't seen in a while, and I said to him, hey, yo, what are you up to tonight? And he texts back like 3 hours later, which is fine. He's like, nothing much. What's up with you? I said to him, would you want to go to Gulfport and maybe hit up one of the bars? And he responds back with, well, I don't have a lot of money right now. I don't think I'll be able to go. And I sent back 3 laughing emojis. So he doesn't reply back. So that next morning, he sends me a text this morning at like 10 a.m. And he goes, how are you supposed to pay for the drinks if you didn't have any money either? And now I've talked to a decent amount of people about this, and everybody is saying that I'm weird, so I'll take it as I'm weird. I said to him, well, I was just planning on getting a cup of water from the bar, and then we would watch the Bears game together because he's from Chicago too. And his response was, what the F, bro? And then you had like the hand emoji where the hand's on top of the face. Now I want to ask you guys, does that make me weird, or does that make me economical? Because I don't make a lot of money, but I wanted to go out and about. I didn't want to sit in my apartment in the bad part of St. Pete, bored out of my mind. Now, would I have looked a little bit different drinking water at a bar? Who cares? You're out and about. I'm just saying. My friend said, you need more friends with money, which I would think if you are only looking for friends with money, then you're a very vapid, empty, basic person that I wouldn't want to hang out with if you're only looking for friends with money, because then you're using them for their money and you're not with them for the true person they are. So call the show, 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-49-HOPPY. Am I weird because I was down with going to a bar and not getting a drink and just drinking a little bit of water and hanging out? Or would you guys have taken up the offer and been like, yeah, I'm down. Let's go watch the Bears kick ass on Sunday Night Football? I want to hear from you guys. Also, I've been having this happen recently, and it's pretty funny. So I'll go to like Publix or Winn-Dixie, and I have a specific amount of money that I can pay for food. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm also not broke. But there's only a specific amount of money that I can spend when I go out. Anywhere, but especially like Publix. You got to be economical when you're 25 trying to make it in life. So what I'm saying is, if I have $14 to spend, I'll spend about 9 or 10. And recently, if it had to do with the hurricane in Panama City, or if it's the Thanksgiving season and donations are needed, I always feel awkward when I'm getting my food at the cash area and they're putting it across the belt. And they're like, yeah, that'll be $9.50. And then they're like, do you want to make a donation to this foundation or to this? And I never know what to say to it because I don't have the money to donate it. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm good. Which to me, when I'm saying I'm good, I feel like I'm letting down the foundation and the people that need the money, but at the same time, I can't afford it. And I know that's me overthinking it, but does anybody else, when you're out at, let's say, Publix and they ask for a donation, do you feel like you really have to and that you're letting them down when you don't? Or am I overthinking it? 856-49-HOPPY. 856-49-HOPPY. Let me know what you think, because I feel bad. I'm like, I want to help out, but if you look at my bank account, I am not balling whatsoever. Andrew Carlton chimes in. I just don't mind to buy some drinks if I'm with good company. I buy my friends drinks often. It's not expected. It's just a good time out. I agree. I'm just saying, from my point of view, not making a lot of money. Yeah, I have friends that make money, so they buy me things, but there's just this guilt. I don't know what it is, if it's like an ego or whatever. I do appreciate free food. I appreciate free drinks, but there's a part of me when you actually are going out and you don't have any money in your account enough to pay for multiple drinks at the bar, there is, to me, a little bit of guilt where the bartender will be like, can we have another round? Do you guys want another round? Or the bartender is like, hey, do you guys want more shots? And then everybody kind of looks at your rich friend that has money like, yeah, are we getting another round? Or should we keep the tab open? It's those different terms where you're like grateful that your friends are buying you things, but at the same time, you kind of feel bad that you're not able to help out and pitch in for the food. Once again, maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm putting too much emphasis in it. I want to hear from you guys. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-49-HOPPY. All right. Here's the deal. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And after that, We're going to get into the news and much more. Hang on.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
See, first of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to be real and say what's on my heart. Let's get this chance and make this love feel relevant. Didn't you know I loved you from the start? Yeah. What I think about all these years I put in this relationship. Who knew we'd make it this far? When I think about where we would be if I just were to fall apart. And then I can't stand the thought of leaving you. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger, we might as well do it. Been feeling all the white, girl, I must confess. Girl, let's just get married. Girl, let's just get married. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger, we might as well do it. Been feeling all the white, girl, I must confess. Let's get married, baby, let's get married.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Happy Hour.
I know I probably sound a little bit old, like the old man on the front lawn when I say this, but they really don't make rap like this anymore. I mean, Notorious B.I.G., I mean, I know it's the cool thing to say, oh yeah, Biggie's the best of all time, or Tupac's the best of all time, but how can you not listen to this song and not appreciate this beat? I mean, listen to this. It's just so chill. It doesn't have any violence. It doesn't have any anger towards it. Like when you listen to the rap that's out now, it's got more of a negative vibe. And it's just like Biggie's talking about have sex with women and give money, you know? I kept it clean and PC. All right. So everybody now knows about this rapper named Tech69. And he's one of those dudes where if he wasn't a rich and famous rapper, you would want nothing to do with this guy. This is the type of guy, if you're in Chicago and you're on the CTA train and you're hanging out and you see Tech69 on the CTA, you're immediately going on your phone and ignoring him. Or if you're at the club and there's a girl you like, but you're not sure if the girl's with Tech69 or not, and you can't tell if you should go up to the girl and talk to her or it'll piss off Tech69. He's got that kind of vibe where he'll beat your ass, and he's a part of a very mean gang called 9 Trey, and they are being indicted on racketeering and firearm charges. And I hear all these Tech9 fans defending him. I hear them saying, oh, he comes from a rough upbringing. Oh, I hope they don't throw a long sentence at him. If Tech69 was not a famous rapper throughout my generation, people would look at him and they would say, oh, he's a thug, or oh, he's a bad person, or oh, he needs to be locked up. It's just kind of funny. It's kind of comical. It's kind of humorous when all these famous rich people, doesn't matter if you're a rapper, it doesn't matter if you're a poet, whenever you have any clout, people are so quick to defend you and to find ways that you're not guilty. But if you were to see Tech69 beat up somebody in an alley in, let's say, Brooklyn, you would run and call the cops. Just saying. Rapper Tech69 and 5 other gang members were indicted Monday on racketeering and firearm charges. His name is Dan Hernandez, was arraigned in a Manhattan federal court with the 5 other men in the gang 9 Trey. All right. Says here, aside from the rapper, his ex-manager, Kefano Jordan, a.k.a. Shoddy, someone you want to hang out with, Fahim Walter, a.k.a. Crippy, Jamal Jones, a.k.a. Mel Murda, and Jensel Butler, a.k.a. Ish, and Fugan Lovick, a.k.a. F.U. Banga, have all been charges. Oh, man, they all sound like the classy guys that if you're a 25-year-old female and Thanksgiving's coming up, it's right in a few days, you would love to bring back Mel Murda or Ish or Crippy and introduce them to your parents. These are the type of people that you totally would want to hang out with. Not at all. They said that they are wreaking havoc on the blocks and they are engaging in brazen acts of violence, said U.S. Attorney Jeffrey Berman. He goes on to say, showing reckless indifference to others' safety, members of the gang, they were allegedly involved in robberies and shootings, including a shooting inside the crowded Barclays Center, which that's not cool. I mean, I'm not saying a shooting's ever cool, but when you bring it into a public area, like let's say Barclays Center, that's just when you cross the line. Like I said, I don't want anybody to lose their life. But when you're bringing it around innocent people and it leaves the whole drive-by area and it becomes where innocent people could be murdered, that's when you go, come on, dude. He was denied bail on Monday, Tekashi 6ix9ine. He now faces 25 to life. All these people feeling bad for him. All these people going, oh, no, not Tech 6ix9ine. What do you mean? He's such a nice guy. He literally... How do I word it? When he was like 17 years old, him and another gang member, even though it was the girl wanted to as well, they performed sexual acts with a 13-year-old. So if there was any point of this segment that I'm doing right now where you go, man, maybe Tech 6ix9ine isn't that bad of a guy, just remember that he had sexual acts happen with a girl that was 4 years younger than him. He's 17, she's 13. Last time I checked, that's called being a pedophile. But hey, maybe if you're rich and famous, rapper, it's fine. I'm just saying. I want to play you some of the brilliance of Tech 6ix9ine. Like, here's Gummo for you guys. That music, I mean, it reminds you of a show like The Wire or Power or any of those shows about gangs. And this music right here is like what you hear when you're a gang member and you're hanging outside of the nightclub and like 50 Cent's character Kanan is about to shoot you. I mean, just think about it.
Pop these like a willy. You a silly in a hole with them belly. And I'm hooping. You run up.
Like nothing positive besides maybe a really good boxing workout is going to happen to the song. Like you're not going to slow dance at a wedding with the girl that you cannot believe is about to marry you. And you're like, oh yeah.
We ain't hooping. No KB. You a losing.
You're not going to be driving with your kids in the car teaching them about life. And you're like, you know what? Turn on Gummo, Tech 6ix9ine.
That's really all I use for the kick out the door.
Only bad things happen with the song in the background. I'm just saying. Besides the workout, any social interaction with this song would be like an underage drinking party, somebody getting beat up. It just does not have a positive vibe. I'm just saying. Jesus Christ. After listening to that, I took a shower today. Obviously, because I do. But I took one after working out at Eric Marshall's gym in Bradenton. But after hearing that song, just the vibe and the essence of it, I feel like I literally just picked up HPV. And I also feel like I need to take a shower. Like that music and the vibe of it is so grimy. Like you don't listen to Tech 6ix9ine's music and you're like, oh man, I feel good about myself. I feel good about life. You don't go, yes, this is awesome. Just saying. But then again, I don't know. I know it sounds like the old man on the front lawn thing when you go, back in my day, rap was better. But say what you want about the material of, let's say, NWA or Eminem, or Snoop Dogg, but it wasn't that there was a charm to the rap or that it was endearing. It was more they were pronouncing their words. And it was kind of like a poem in a way. But now it's just gibberish. It's let's make as few words as possible sound like words. I'm just saying. But I'm 25 now, so I kind of think, I kind of get the vibe. I'm sort of picking up that I might now officially kind of be out of that circle, out of that age group, out of that generation that would want to listen to him. Because by no means did I grow up listening to classic music. I mean, my generation listened to Soulja Boy and Mims and them franchise boys. So it wasn't like we didn't have our Tech 6ix9ines or our Lil Pumps growing up. Every generation has those crappy rappers that you grow up listening to. I just feel like the sound of it, like listen to Give Money by Biggie. It's got a very laid-back vibe to it. Like, you can just sit there, sip on a beer, and think about life. But when you listen to Tech 6ix9ine, the only time I've ever enjoyed it is when I'm at boxing class, and they put it on, and it just makes me punch the bag so hard. But I'm not going to be like, yes, let's begin the day by listening to Tech 6ix9ine. Let me know what you think. Do you think I'm officially getting out of the age group of being able to appreciate the music? Like, if this music would have come out when I was in 6th grade 12 years ago, 13 years ago, if it would have came out within the last 18 years, would I have liked it? So if Lil Pump, Tech 6ix9ine, Lil Xan, all these acts that I'm not a fan of, if they would have been out when I was a kid, would I have liked them? Or is there more of a legitimate thing going on right now where the music that we listen to is not relatable? I'm just saying. Before I go to break, I want to let you know that this is being brought to you by EMK Final Round in Bradenton. Eric Marshall, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and MMA. Are you sick and tired of being out of shape? Are you sick and tired of looking at yourself in the mirror and just going, oh my God, I'm kind of in shape, but I want to make that next move to get into shape? Trust me, I'm a man of my words. There's a lot of people in radio and media that just promote things to promote things. I'm being a man of my words when I say that working out with Eric Marshall and Sarah and Ray over at EMK Final Round in Bradenton has legit changed my life forever. They're able to deal with my uncoordinated baby giraffe self, and they've also helped me lose 41 pounds in the process. So if my goofy ass is able to lose weight, so can you. Call them at 941-812-2560. That's 941-812-2560 and change your life forever. We will be right back on Happy Hour after this.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
I'm Louis 2 Live. I'm Dylan.
This is Real EDM.
The Chicago EDM Podcast.
What's up? This is the Chainsmokers. Ramen Van Buren.
Hey, this is Robbie Rivera.
Real EDM interviews.
Hi, this is Marcus Schultz.
Podcasts like you've never heard before.
Hi, Louis or Dylan?
Louis and Dylan. Hi, Jess.
Louis and Dylan.
The music, the culture, the lifestyle.
Dylan and Louis taking you behind the scenes.
Hi, this is Crystal Waters.
Has that Lotta D made you a lot of dough?
RealEDM.com. NBA D-League coaches, nationally syndicated radio hosts, TV writers, comedians. You never know who will call in a happy hour.
Welcome back to Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy. Call the show. The phone lines are wide open. 856-49-HOPPY. 856-49-HOPPY. Oh, man. So, in every form of media or sports, there's a Hall of Fame. It's the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame, wrestling. And the all-time greats get inducted into it. And if you're from Chicago, everybody knows who Jonathan Brandmeier is. Now, if you're not from Chicago, you might not know who Jonathan Brandmeier is, and I'm going to explain to you the absolute greatness of Jonathan Brandmeier. So, in the 80s, before I was born, they had 97.9 The Loop, and it had Dahl and Gary Meyer, Kevin, and then it had Jonathan Brandmeier as well. And the thing about him that made him so great, because he got elected into the Radio Hall of Fame, was he never sounded like his age. Like the last time that he was on Chicago radio, he sounded like he was 35, but he was actually 59 years old. And the other brilliant thing that Johnny B did was, a lot of times when you listen to radio people, they're just kind of recording a break, or they're just kind of talking to you, and you don't feel like you're talking or hearing from a friend. It just sounds like a person being paid to talk. The thing that was so brilliant about Johnny B in Chicago was that he felt like he was talking to you, because he was from the Midwest, so he loved the Chicago Bears, and he loved Chicago. And Chicago is a very loyal city. Like, it loves itself, and it's very threatened by any other city. So he was always the king of radio in the city. So I was very happy to see that he made it into the Radio Hall of Fame. And like 5 years ago, when I went to this radio trade class, I actually had an interview with, I think his name was Hector, who was the producer of a show when he was on WGN Radio. Now, I didn't get the job, but I got to meet Johnny B, and it's one of those things where when you meet a guy who made such an impact on radio, especially in Chicago, you immediately get nervous. But he had this aura about him. He had this vibe where you felt like you could drink a beer with him. And I remember I was all nervous, and he goes, "Why are you being so nervous?" And then he literally punched me in the arm like he was a boxing teacher. And he's like, "Hey, let's box now." And he was really cool to be around. So I'm very happy that Jonathan Brandmeier made it into the Radio Hall of Fame. He's definitely one of the all-time greats. And I definitely think if he ever hears this, he has to begin a podcast, because his greatness is being missed right now. All right. I also saw this in the news here. It's pretty funny. There's a new trend that millennials are going through. And I do know that people are going to go, "Man, Hoppy, you need to relax. Man, Hoppy, you are overthinking it. Man, Hoppy, just appreciate life, smell the roses." But I'm telling you, I'm a man of my words. I'm not lying to you. I'm not saying this for a topic on a slow news day, even though it's not a slow news day. I truly believe that I am going through a quarter life crisis. Now, I know people that are listening that are in their late 30s or 40s or late 40s that are going through midlife crises are laughing right now. I can hear it. I can literally hear the laughter of them going, "Oh, you don't even know. You aren't even ready yet." When I go through my midlife crisis, it's going to be like when I went through one. I can just imagine the people that went through them going, "Hoppy, you're being a pussy. Hoppy, you're being a wimp." But it's just kind of how I feel. And this is from U.S. News Today. Why young people are having quarter life crisis. And it was really weird. When I Googled it, I thought maybe there might be a few Reddit pages about it. And, you know, I thought maybe a few people could relate, but it was insane that there was like a Wikipedia page about quarter life crises And it was insane that there was so much about it. It's just really weird to think that other people kind of feel the same way I do. But here are the 25 signs that you might be going through one. Here's one that I legit swear on my life have every day when I'm getting up and I'm tired. You glare at your cat in the morning and say, gosh, I wish I had your life. I swear to God. My cat, any animal, they have it so easy, and we grind to take care of them that it really is a concept where they can do whatever they want. Now, I know they have very short lives, but they also get to chill. Here's another thing if you're going through a quarter-life crisis. Am I ever going to feel like myself again? It's very real because you go through the pressures of life. 2018 is almost over with. Time has flown this year. So much has happened in each and every one of everybody's lives this year. And you go, man, what about those old days? Even though the old days weren't as good as the life you're currently living, you're like, man, I miss that version of me, even though you don't. It's just something to think about. Another one is, when is life going to feel like it's supposed to? Also says here, you're reading this article because you Googled quarter life crisis. It also says here, your monthly routine of expenses are now greater than your income, and it's becoming a serious problem. It is kind of hard, though. Like, when you first begin to make it in life, you kind of are making some sort of money, but at the same time, you're not balling. But what's weird about when you're getting into your late 20s is some friends have IT jobs, so they make great money, and some friends are poor, so you feel pressure when they're like, hey, let's go to this nice bar in Ybor City and get dark beer. And you're like, I can barely afford to get a bottle of wine at, let's say, 7-Eleven. When 5 years ago, you guys were the same type of broke because you were both 20 years old, so you were able to relate with your friends more. That's what I noticed recently is some friends are like, hey, we should go to Busch Gardens this weekend. Or, hey, we should do this. Or we should do that. And you're just like, I don't know if I can go. It also says here, another sign of a quarter life crisis is you'd pay top dollar for a moment of clarity. And that you feel like you're being crushed by either anxiety, unemployment, underpay, or crazy amounts of college debt. This one is actually kind of unique because I don't do this with my money that I get from my job, but I will do this if I get Christmas or birthday money. It says you binge on buying brand name things to try and cover up that you're broke, which is very true. Like last year, I got this nice watch, and then I have nice clothes, and it makes me seem like I make a great living, but I don't. Just saying. And I notice a lot of kids my age will overcompensate, where they might get a car that their dad bought for them, and then they pose right in front of it, and they're flexing, and you know they didn't pay for it. It's called being a narcissist, and every single person in my generation is probably one. This one, for a sign that you're a millennial that's going through a quarter life crisis, this one right here literally hits me every single day. You find yourself repelled and compelled by church at the same time. You ask God for help one day, and then you're yelling at him the next. It's a very good point because I've had a lot happen in my life the last 4 years. A lot of good, some bad. My life has been great, though. But I don't really believe in God. I don't. I don't think there's anything after this. But at the same time, when I'm driving down the highway and I was going 10 miles over the speed limit, and then the cop begins to kind of tailgate you, all of a sudden, I'm the most Roman religious person of all time. All of a sudden, I'm doing the rosary. All of a sudden, I'm praying that nothing happens. And then he goes around me, and then I go back to being atheist. It's very weird how that works. Yeah. I'm reading more of what's on this list of quarter-life crises. And now I know people that are going through midlife crises are probably like, shut up. You don't even know what's going to happen. This one right here is absolutely, positively something I think about a lot when I work a lot. You feel like going on a road trip would clear your mind. During Hurricane Irma, I didn't want to be in the neighborhood that I live in. So what I did was I drove up north. It was like 20 hours, 24-hour drive. But it was cool seeing Georgia and then seeing the Carolinas and then seeing Tennessee and seeing Indiana, seeing Kentucky and Illinois. And there was something very unique about seeing America. And there is something to be said about going on road trips. So a lot of times, my friends that work 9 to 5s, they have free time on the weekend. When I see that they're going to Miami or Orlando, or if they're in the Midwest and they're going to, let's say, a lake, there is a little bit of jealousy that comes into my part where I want to go on those trips. Which is why us young millennials work hard, is so that in our 30s we are able to live the life that we wished we were able to afford in our 20s. Call me. Do you believe in the idea of a quarter-life crisis? Because the midlife crisis is a legit thing. Or do you think it's us millennials being wimps, not being grown-ups, not being able to take the idea of the future? So what do you think it is? Is the quarter-life crisis a real thing? Or is it us millennials being wimps? Let me know. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-49-HOPPY.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Look at you. Now look at us. All my friends look rich as fuck. All my friends look rich as fuck. All my friends look rich as fuck. Look at you. Now look at us. All my friends look rich as fuck. All my friends look rich as fuck. All my friends look rich as fuck.
Ryan Hoppy. Ryan Hoppy. Ryan Hoppy.
Call Hoppy. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Ah, man. Doesn't this song just kind of put you in that mood? Like maybe if you live up in the Midwest and it's a little bit cold out, but you live in a nice house, you're cuddling by the fire, you put your arm around your girl. Yeah. Maybe you're at the beach in St. Pete. It's a nice night out. You're able to see the moon. You put your arm around her. Yeah. What a song. Genuine Differences. Just puts you in that mood. I'm very bizarre. I know I'm a weird person. I know I'm odd. But the music that I listen to, almost all of it is sex music, like On the Hotline by Pretty Ricky.
I wanna kiss you from your temple to your feet, to the dimples in your cheek. Reggae. Oh, oh. Reggae. Oh, 5 in the morning. Having phone sex with you.
Yeah, when I'm working out or driving down the road on the Howard Franklin, looking at the sun, I'm listening to a Pretty Ricky song from 2007 about phone sex. That's the type of person I am. And then also in my music playlist, I have Hit Me Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. I have My Boo by Usher. You know, here's the one that is an all-time great song. Everybody can say that Ray J was a one-hit wonder and that Ray J is nothing without Kim Kardashian. But how can you not appreciate this singing?
If I could just have one wish. Damn, baby. I just don't understand what we went wrong. I gave you my heart. I gave you my soul. I gave you.
As a matter of fact, I was the one who said I loved you first. It was about 8 years ago. Don't act like you don't know. We were sitting at home in your mama's living room. Couldn't be alone. See, your mama knew I was something else. She knew how I felt.
I'm a weird guy. So when I go to the gym and I'm going across the bridge, this song pumps me up. Some people listen to Tech 6ix9ine or Metallica. Ray J's song about having one wish of having a girl back in his life is what gets me going. It's what gets my endorphins pumped up, which is what gets my adrenaline going. Don't know what that says about me, but how can you not appreciate this part of the song? And you got to have sex with Kim Kardashian.
If I had one wish, we'd be best friends. Love will never end. It would just begin. If I had one wish, you would be my boo.
I wonder when Ray J and Kim were having sex on the sex tape, which I totally haven't seen. Yes, I have. I wonder, besides the sex tape, whenever Ray J and Kim would hook up, I wonder if Ray J would ask Kim, hey, is it cool if we turn on my song? You know, I got that One Wish song. It's 2005. I'm cool again. Yeah.
Wish, one wish, one wish.
Or I wonder if there's a part of Kim when she was dating Ray J where she's like, ugh. I often wonder that about artists when they're having sex with their girls. If they're such narcissists that they look themselves in the mirror while listening to their music. You know what I'm saying? Like if Tech 6ix9ine is like, I'm going to beat you up and I'm going to murder you. All these awful lyrics. That's not actual lyrics in the song. But if he's playing his violent music while like banging a girl, it's just something to think about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen to this.
Sick, here's my wish list. I will create a heart-changing love. I'll take yours and fill it all the way up. But I don't need a lot of wishes, cause I'll be okay if I get one. If I had one wish we'd be best friends.
I should probably quit playing music before Facebook Live shuts down Hoppy TV because I don't own the rights to One Wish by Ray J. Please, Facebook, don't shut me down. I would greatly appreciate it. Also in celebrity news, Gucci Mane, everyone's favorite rapper. He seems like a guy that's frightening to be around, but I wouldn't mind partying with Gucci because you know he goes crazy. Here's what happened. This is from TMZ.com. So Gucci Mane was having a concert. You know, he's doing his thing. And rap concerts are very frightening because it gets people hyped. Like when I went to the Lil Wayne show a year ago at Janice Live, I was really drunk. And I'm not very coordinated. And I'm in the middle of everybody at the show. And all of a sudden, everybody begins shoving and there's like a mosh pit. And I swear to God, in my mind, I'm drunk. I go, oh God, is this how I die? Because if there were to be gunshot in the air, everybody would freak out. And Janice Live is a great venue, but it's not the biggest. And it was sold out for Lil Wayne. And it's just like, you're like, crap, how would I get out of here? Like, I remember when the concert ended and I went next door to the pub to get a beer. I literally took a breather. And I was like, I'm safe. Now, people that went to the Gucci Mane concert weren't like me when I was at the Lil Wayne concert, and they did not keep to themselves. One guy jumped up on the platform that Gucci Mane was performing on, and all of a sudden, his crew throws him off, and they just push him back into the crowd. And I just don't know if the guy was high on drugs or if he was out of his mind, but I just don't get the people that cause issues at concerts. Concerts make me very anxious, so I can't imagine having the liquid or drug confidence to go, you know what? I'm at a concert right now. I'm just going to go up and just cause some havoc. Seems like a great idea. I'm just saying. I like to keep to myself, and I like to not break the rules and not get in trouble. Like last week, I was on a date with this girl, and we went to Holmes Beach, which is at Anna Maria Island. And I'm not saying that the cops were dirty, but I do need to get my tag light fixed. I do. But nobody has ever pulled me over in Tampa or St. Pete about it. When I went to Anna Maria Island, it was like I was like a cockroach and being surrounded by 9 people. I got pulled over twice about it, and I was like, okay, I got it fixed, which I did the next day. So I get pulled over. Nothing happens. They give me a warning. I pick up the girl I'm going to hang out with, and then I get pulled over again. Then blah, blah, blah. You got to get your tag light fixed. Okay, well. And he goes, can I see some ID real quick? And I go, yeah, that's fine. And it's past 12. So the cop says to the girl that I was hanging out with that was like 21, 22. He's like, can I see some ID real quick, ma'am, just to make sure you're 21? And this girl, this is one of the main reasons why I quit talking to her. She says to the cop, why do I need to show you ID? Don't I look like I'm 21? Are you saying that I look young? And I'm thinking, oh my God, why are you talking back to the cops? I never have anything to hide. I never drive drunk. I take Ubers. I don't do drugs. I'm a pretty clean-cut guy, but there's something about when the person you're with is talking back to the cops, you automatically begin feeling like you're riding with drugs or that you have a thing to hide because it's just you feel so suspicious and you just want to get out of the situation of the cop pulling you over. And then you have this girl yelling at the cop and you're like, what are you doing? Stop. Calm down. I swear to God, it was literally a scene out of a show like Curb Your Enthusiasm or Louie. It was just a very weird moment. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you talking back to the cops? Be nice to them. Yeah, it's annoying that they pulled us over, but all right. Here's the deal. We're about to wrap up Happy Hour. But I want to let you know this before we get out of here, that this show has been brought to you by Eric Marshall, EMK Final Round, Kickboxing, Muay Thai, and MMA in Bradenton. If you go there and you tell him that I sent you, they will hook you up with a top-notch deal. Are you sick and tired of being out of shape? You sick and tired of being average? Do you want to change your life forever? If you go to Eric Marshall in Bradenton, he will change your life forever. Get the Hoppy Radio app. Listen to me anywhere. Listen on Spotify, RyanHoppyRadio.com, RyanHoppyRadio@gmail.com, at RyanHoppyRadio on Graham, Hoppy Radio on Snapchat. And that's about it. You can always leave us a voicemail at any time, anywhere, 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-49-HOPPY. All right, this has been Happy Hour. I appreciate you guys listening, and I will be back soon. Bye.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.